Take one. Okay, Amato.
Yo.
Yeah, in the first game of the season, we played probably one of the weakest teams we played since I've been here. Hotchkiss, yeah, they were pretty bad, and we barely beat them. I think we beat them by 3, but we responded the next game. We came out and we put a pretty big hurting on Berkshire, and that's when we realized how good we were. But thus far, we still haven't had a team that's been 100% and everybody ready to go. And I think it will be pretty scary once we figure it out and come together.
Mindset should just beat them. We had to win every game because we know if we lose one, that'll be it, like what happened last year.
Came down to the wire, and to get us the start of the season winning the trophy was great. I mean, we won the Cannon Bowl trophy. That's a big rivalry for me because when I first came in as a freshman, that team blew us out. I mean, they destroyed us. And then be able to win that game to start off the season was pretty great.
It was the greatest feeling ever. Hopefully, winning the championship would be better though, but it was definitely a good milestone to accomplish with the team.
My favorite game, I'd have to say I didn't start in it, but the Cushion game, just because it was really hard fought. The Cushion kids were tough, and running back Schwal stepped up, Leon went down. It's just a good game. We overcame adversity.
We had a few guys banged up that game. They played really dirty. Their team, they're physical. Probably the most physical game we had this year. And we had a lot of guys banged up. We had Amato banged up, Leon Cummings, Eldon Baker. I mean, we had so many guys on the sidelines.
Cushion was the hardest team that we played. Even though we beat them, Cushion was definitely the hardest team that we played, for me.
I was taking out of the Cushion game. I wasn't allowed to play because of my shoulder, but I was definitely trying to be a big inspiration as I could on the sideline. I was very vocal during the game. I was basically a coach. Everything I seen from the sideline, I was telling the players, and we end up with the W, so that's all that matters.
Favorite play in the season? Me personally, my favorite play was when I had the 96-yard kickoff return. 4 touchdown. Yeah.
Leon took the kick return back, 96 yards. It's Leon Cummings.
Worcester. That was one of the toughest games. And faced some adversity. I sprained my ankle. Coach told me he needed me on the field, so I had to figure it out. Barely pulled out the win. Tough hitting game,
I feel like the Worcester game was a pretty big milestone for us this year. Amato having to play his best friend from home. He played pretty well. His ankle he was pretty hurt, and he played really well against his best friend, and he had a few touchdowns. He played safety really well, and he took adversity and he punched it right in the face.
I believe it was tied 14-14. Coach only had me playing defense because I sprained my ankle, and then he told me he needed me for one play on offense. We were at the 25, 30-yard line. He told me he needed a post. I needed to catch the ball for the team, so I ran a post and caught a touchdown.
In the Worcester game, Lucas Amato, right? He sprained his ankle, right? And I thought he was gonna be done for the game. Like I could tell it was a bad, like I would tell it was a bad sprain. Like I heard the pop, and I didn't think he was gonna come back in. And he came back in that game, and when he came back in, limping and all, scored on the post. His favorite play, Panther.
Team, family. I mean, they expect me to be on the field. I'm a captain, so I got to be out there. Coach Phelps told me he needed me out there. I mean, had to do it.
Most inspirational play to me, because it showed that he had heart and that he wouldn't give up on his team at no time. Almost every game was challenging for us, really. But the most challenging game, I would have to say, was the Kent game. That's the only team we took a loss to in the last 3 years, and we went in there with a mindset, not of getting revenge, but making it to the championship this year. This is my senior year, so we have a lot of seniors on this team that felt the same way I felt.
In the game where we beat Kent, because that gained us a lot of respect due to the fact that a lot of people were saying, we were we weren't being respected in the league. So I feel like when we beat Kent, that put us on the map to show that we were a top contender.
Since my shoulder popped out a lot during the game, I just had to keep fighting. I know we're not very deep on the line and stuff, so I had to keep battling. I had to keep fighting through it.
The first game, I'm not gonna lie, I was pretty nervous. Kent was my first start, and that was the biggest game of the year, so pretty nervous that game, man.
For the Kent game, I think we were so conditioned because it was just hot, to be honest, and plus the mud. I mean, we practice on turf, so we really don't get to run in the mud often at all. It was a tiring game. I don't really know how to explain it. It was just hot and just drowsy.
It was my first start, biggest game. Everyone was hyping it up to be a huge game. It definitely was a huge game. It was pretty nerve-wracking.
I don't think I lived the Kent game for the simple fact that I was so tired and drained. If I had more energy in that game, probably. But I wasn't conditioned properly, so I can't take responsibility. It was a team effort.
I made a mistake early. I didn't set the edge, and Coach Barbado and a couple of linebackers pointed it out to me. And for the rest of the game, set the edge a lot better.
It was Blue Ram. It was Kent game. I think we were it was like the 20-yard line. So I remember I was tired. Oh my gosh, I could not do anything. And we had to, this was a 4th down conversion, I'm pretty sure. So he had called Blue Ram on my side the whole game. I had been getting some push, but probably not as much as we'd like. So I knew, I seen the background, I knew I had to get him. I had cheated my stance a little because I knew I had to get out there. So, Shawal's behind me. We run the Blue Ram, I come around, I see the backer, and normally an O-lineman, if he's in, you gotta reach him. If he's out, you gotta kick him. So I'm going out, see him, boom, hit him. I just feel Shawal come right off the edge. And then Shane Johnson, our tight end, is just right there to hit it. And Shawal just goes straight up. It was a beautiful play, beautifully drawn up.
When Shawal took over on offense and ran it in for the Kent game, the winning Kent game, with like a minute left to go.
It really came down to the wire. It was in the last few minutes. And, we had thought it was 14-14, and it's been a difficult game. A lot of guys. I know I was tired like the third quarter, and but we needed to rally together, and we gave Shawal the ball, and we just kept moving down the field, and O-line, we really had a good day. There was a lot of debate around the league about whose O-line was the best, and everybody was like, oh, Kent's got a great O-line, and Salisbury's O-line is suspect. But I think we made a statement that day, and we definitely helped our running backs get some room. And Shawal just crossed the line. It was just barely got over, and it was 21. It was 21 for us. So it was a good game. It was a pivotal point in our seasons when we really thought that we would have the chance to get to where we wanted to. So
big thing got me going was when we beat Kent. They came in here last year and completely destroyed us, broke us apart. It was our only loss last year, and to get revenge on them was a pretty good feeling.
Thinking about the championship, just can't let the team down. It's just the only thing that was going through my mind. Just those two things. Got to make this next play. My favorite play probably be when I heard of the corner from TP.
The most inspirational moment, I would have to say, was when Shane Johnson, our tight end, he actually leaped over somebody during the game against Trinity Pauling. Once that moment happened, I knew we were on to good things, big things.
It's crazy. It was something you see in the video game.
I gotta score. I was just thinking I just had to score that play. I can't hurdle somebody and get caught.
TP just wasn't playing well. I felt like I was, especially after I got injured, I felt like I was letting my teammates down. I get out there, I couldn't move, and I just felt like I was completely not on my game, and I was just letting my team down. So
winning the TP game, I came down to the last second. Shane got a pick to win. It was pretty nerve-wracking. They were marching down last drive, and our defense stepped up and made the play.
I didn't start out all that well. Plus, it didn't help that I had gotten injured later on. in the game. So if I got TB back, definitely I would. I take that back. Some of those plays probably not my best, but we won. A W is a W, so we'll move on from that.
Our mindset right now is just to beat Avon. We know how big of a game it is, and we can't have any minor setbacks right now. So we need to beat Avon and get to the championship.
Find out who the best safety in the league is, best wide receiver. Let the game speak for itself.
I think we're ready. I think Avon's going to be in for something. I don't think they know what they're in for today. We're pretty. Our offensive line is strong, and I think Whipple's gonna. Our starting quarterback Whipple is gonna. He's gonna have a lot of time in the pocket and try to find those openings and hopefully hit a model for a big touchdown. Dwayne Scott, hopefully hit somebody open, and then Shawal Dubraman, hopefully he runs it in for a few touchdowns.